Welcome once again. Here we are thinking about Breathing Tao and the artwork of Diana Lomehing, whose art is at the Artreach Gallery now through the end of December. And we're very glad to have you as
Thank you.
part of that. Today we're looking at chapter 16 from the Tao Te Ching, and Derek Lin has given us permission to use his translation, and we're thankful to him for that. Let me just make a couple of references here. Attain the ultimate emptiness. Hold on to the truest tranquility. The myriad things are all active. I therefore watch their return. Everything flourishes. Each returns to its roots. And then down at the end of that chapter is this: Heaven is Tao. Tao is eternal. The self is no more without danger. That's really a very suggestive kind of reference. What do you think about that? Anything come to you?
Yes. And I can say Tao is the beginning of everything, is eternal. And we can find the Tao everywhere. Even it's difficult to say what is the Tao exactly. So in this series of paintings, watercolor and Chinese ink on a very light piece of rice paper, and I experiment the color with this theme, this series of watercolors. And because there's no anything specific, it's almost abstract, but could recall some flowers, some fruit, some trees, some nature, because nature is the base of a Tao. And so I was working this series, just let me go, what could happen with my color, and what the meaning about the Tao in my life, in my experience. And it has come out always the even I have experienced in the past or hoping something in the future. It's not that is always the eternal present.
So when you look at this particular painting that you've done, you have a little bit of red in there.
Yes.
And one might have an association of, strawberry or a red flower, a rose.
Could be everything, because Tao said, don't stop in front of the flower. The flower, everyone, we love the flowers, every kind of flowers, because make us feel happiness. But he said, pay attention. Then what happened? The flower after the flower, because it's not eternal. And then he said, yes, in some way, yes, because after losing the petal, then come out the fruit, and we can eat, we can have nutrition to us. And then after exists also the seed, and the seed will give another new life, new born, and then the life is going ahead in eternal.
Well, that's like the cherry blossom, right?
Yes.
The blossom is there and it falls, and then here comes the fruit.
Yeah.
And the fruit begins, well, it might taste it, we might become nourished by it, but then all of that seems to fade as well. So this work that you have done is really in that coming and going of life in that sense.
Yes.
The eternal that is, and then the very specific that might be reference. And then, whoops, it slides into the eternal once again.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and it's probably part of the eternal, even while it
Yeah.
is.
Yes. Yes. In the end, it's very simple things. It's not something I want to John mm, meaning. It's only the little pieces. I can compare like the dim sum, the Chinese dim sum is a touch of heart. So in all this little feeling is a touch of a towel, and inside this, and I feel the eternal of these paintings.
So your awareness of Tao being all that you see and experience is also an awareness that there are some things you don't see and become aware of the energy that might be there, the emptiness that might be. That too
Yes.
is
Yes.
Tao.
The emptiness is the word is very important because like the music is more important the stop, the silence before another note because that create more energy than the full sound.
Right. This is such a wonderful piece. It's part of 11 pieces that we have hanging in the gallery now, and they're all moving and changing and
Yes.
suggest a whole realm of possibilities. I see 11, but I think there could be 42.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you do it and then you stop because
No, I was not planning any how many. Just go ahead. Sometime could happen. I have only that number of paper. Oh
oh, I'm done.
yes, yeah.
You're done, but the power of this work is the suggestion.
Yeah.
And it's a suggestion of something that isn't exactly here in the work. So that I see the red and I think cherry. I see the blue and the green, and I kind of move into another suggestive aspect of the work. That seems to be one of the significant powers in what you are able to do.
Yeah, but I never plan, I repeat, never have a subject specific. I just go ahead. I just go ahead. Otherwise, if I have do in that way, then come out something I could not like because too force. And so I don't want that. I just let me go. And sometimes if I'm working, I forget the lunch, I forget everything. Just go ahead because it's floating like the water. I cannot stop it.
This is great. I think of so many people, and this must be a challenge for you trying to figure out when are you finished with a particular work, right?
Sometimes just happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And being finished with a work, and yet it doesn't look like it's complete because there's more.
Yes, could be.
Because of that suggestive power.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like what you can see could be also the continuation, something else.
Right.
It's more interesting than when you say, "Oh, I have finished," and
Right.
then
Right.
and close the book.
Right.
But if you let a question, you open a question, it's maybe come something other.
Right. So that seems to be the real wonder of what Tao is that you experience something and you're experiencing the eternal, which means it's so much greater than the very particular moment, but there's something much more.
Oh yes.
And
this is all the life. We never have learned enough what is the Tao. We are living every day, but never have to finish. It's not going to the school and you say, "Oh, I have degree and then finish. No, this is a life learning, and it never finish. Since the last moment, you have the brain to learn, to understand, because many things we still have to learn every single day.
Life goes on. And that's why this whole thing of Tao is eternal. It's very important to realize that here's something particular, but the particular is connected with something that is much, much greater,
Yes.
unending.
Because we are very small cell.
Small,
Right.
insignificant, but the significance of what you're doing is helping us be in touch with the Tao. And I thank you.
Thank you.
This is wonderful that once again we have an opportunity to be with Diana and to think and reflect on her work, and to invite you to come to the gallery, that you might begin to understand a little bit of heaven that is suggestive before, after, and I'll dare say that, hey, I'm suggesting it's here too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.